Hello everyone, this is Board Games and Bourbon. I'm Glenn Flaherty, and right now I'm going to show you how to play Mike Fitzgerald's Baseball Highlights, the dice game. This plays 1 to 4 people, ages 8 and over, though I think you can go younger. 20 minutes, multiplayer. It is a very fast game. Faster when you play solo. Now, the rules I'm going to show you here are for solo, but through it, you will understand multiplayer as well. And what do we have in the game and how does it work? Well, what you have here is a bunch of dice you're going to be rolling, and these are green die, and these die represent the different kinds of hits you can get. They say single, double, triple, home run, walk, stolen base, okay? Big fistful of these. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'll use these later, but I'm going to put them in my roller for now. Along the way in the game, you can unlock these die, which are the same faces, but they're brown, and these are power dice. These essentially act as extra die you get to choose from, but they're only for you. In the multiplayer game, only you get to use them, and in the single player game, it actually acts as a weapon to diffuse your opponent in the game and lessen their chances of scoring, okay? And what we're also going to do is we use one in the solo mode as a blocker. You roll it, and then it blocks an area that the opponent has no access to. I'm going to put those right there. We also have this red die. This is the pitcher die. This again says lead runner goes away, double play, triple play, stolen base, but also 2 blank sides. So we're going to be rolling that. We have some markers here that represent your team. Mine are red, so I will write that I am a team called the Reds, which is useful when I play other teams. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then we go ahead, we roll the die, we place them depending what they are over here, single, double, triple, home run, walk, stolen base, and we choose groups of them as the active player. The active player chooses a group of die to apply to their piece of paper over here. This piece of paper here unlocks a lot of things, and I got to tell you what's really cool is it's not important to get the biggest pool of die. It is important to get the die that land exactly where you need them to land, because some of these things here only trigger if you land exactly on them with the last die, and that is really cool. You also leave some dice on the board, and it kind of distributes what's important around the game. So let's take a look over here and see what this sheet says. Okay, so over here what we have the name of the game, the park we're in, the number of rounds. With 4 players, there's 3 rounds. With 3 players, there are 4, and 1 and 2 player, there are 6. Your team name, the runs you get, the runs for the Mike Fitz for the solo plane. He's your opponent there. The power die here. In the solo game, they suggest that you start with 1, and I will do that because I often lose this. Over here, you will physically be moving those red markers around to indicate where your players are and mark it up. And then over here is where you're applying the die. And this gets really cool. Now, this is if the die say single, double, triple, home run, walk, and stolen base, but also clutches. And if you look, there's a bunch of symbols. There's nothing in this first column, but you look in that second column and third column, we have a lot of stuff going on. If I filled out up to the second space in the single, it says SB, and what that means is it can ricochet down, and I fill out a space in the stolen base area. If I fill out this one that says C, that refers to clutch hit, and then I fill out this track here. And if I land on a S or a D or a triple, I get that kind of play automatically, and I get to put somebody on the board. But you have to time it, because if the pitcher die said something like triple play and you got a single, well, you kind of squandered it. You're also going to see that some things like here say double, and that means if you land on it, even if you bypass it, you get a double. But then you have this one over here that says like triple with a star. If you land on that with your die, and it's your last die that you use, you're going to get 2 triples. That is wonderful. However, if you had like 4 die and you pass right by it, that ends up being nothing. So it's feast or famine there, all or nothing there, okay? And that unfolds throughout the game. There's also question marks. I'll let you put something where you want. PD means you get more power die. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get this game started. So I will roll the pitcher die and the blocker die that says the lead runner will go away, and that the opponent does not have access to any die that I leave in the walk area. I'm going to go ahead and roll my die, and I am going to start with a power die to make it a little easier on myself. Okay, so this is actually really good. Now, you're going to notice I have a bunch of walks here. That goes in my walk category. Should I decide not to use my walks, that's fine, because the opponent doesn't have access to it. Normally what the opponent will do is whatever the most populated area is on this board, they write that down as straight runs. 3 triples. 1 stolen base. Okay, so I actually don't have any singles or doubles. That's interesting. I think that might be the first time that happened. This is the first round. Okay, now if I have 3 triples, I'm definitely taking 3 triples. Well, if I take 4 walks, I'd have nothing, a clutch play, I'd bypass a walk with a star, so it kind of squandered, and then a nothing again. But if I take my triples, I get a nothing. I fill out a spot that says double, lets me fill out a double, and then the third die, and I take this off the board, fills out where it says triple, and that gives me 2 triples. Now, only 1 triple, boom, a second triple, boom, and I already drove somebody in. Already scored 1 point. I'm down. That's the first half of the turn. Second half of the turn is I am going to play as the non-active player. The non-active players each round get to take 1 die from 2 different sections that are available. And if there's not, it's kind of like wilds, right? But in the solo, I do both parts. So I already took my triples. Now I can apply the walk, the home run, or the stolen base. I'm going to do stolen base because the stolen base row has a lot of cool stuff going on. And I'm going to do the home run. Now I do that, and you don't remove it in that case. You don't do it in that case. Okay. Now the pitcher die says that the lead runner disappears. Boom, off the board. Que sera, what can you do? So this is really wonderful. I have 1 power die available. All the walks are blocked, so my opponent will only get 1 die at most. Let's see if this removes anything. Walk. Okay, so walk would have removed all the walks anyway, and it says when you roll the power die on behalf of kind of the defensive play, it removes all the dice. I got a big old ton of dice there. And the largest pool number is 1, so my opponent gets 1 score. Okay, I can take a tie game. I'm down with that. So now we're moving on to round 2. I am going to roll again the pitcher die and the defensive die. And stolen base. Nice. And the home runs will not be used this turn. I'm down with it. Now I'm going to roll all the other die. See where they go. I should say dice. But depends. It's like the Department of Missing Persons. All right, there you go. So 2 home runs there. Stolen base there. Wow, a lot of stolen bases. I dig it. Walk, nice. 2 singles. Okay. Again, it's spread out pretty well. That won't be used. I really don't want my opponent to get these 3 stolen bases. But these 3 stolen bases is going to give me a single. It'll give me a stolen base, but I bypass it and I kind of squander it because it has a star, but it will give me another power die. And the rule says that in the defensive end, you roll all of your unlocked power die. So that gives me another one to use. If I take my 2 straight singles, that's nothing. And then it fills out a stolen base. And then that stolen base fills out a single. And then that come back here and it gives me a clutch. I can deal with that. I have 2 home runs. That would give me a walk, nothing, and then 1 clutch. Yeah. I wonder if I have anything that could really, and I have a stolen base. So if I can get somebody third, that'd be really cool. Single would go there. Oh, there's really no amazing choice here. Walk goes down there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead with my stolen bases. I'm going to take those 3 off. I know I'm squandering, but whatever. Okay, so my first one, okay, fills this out, and there's an S, so I fill that out. Second one goes there. All right, that fills out a space. I lose it, unfortunately. Stolen base number 3 does give me another power die. Okay, I'm down with that. Okay, now I get to choose 2 of these areas. So I want stolen base, or a single rather. That gives me a stolen base, comes back here, and it fills out a clutch. A triple doesn't fill out anything. A walk doesn't fill out anything. So definitely going to go with my single. Single goes here, says stolen base. That ricochets down here, fills out a C. C goes down here and gives me a clutch. So I'm moving closer to my single. And then I get to choose from this other area. I am going to go ahead with home run, which fills out a W. And that lets me put something on the W. All right, feeling good about that. All right, so this comes off the board, and I do have 2 unlocked power die. So the defense is getting strong. Hopefully it says S. Hopefully one says W. Let's see what we got. S, so that is removed. That won't be used, but it says T, and there's no T on the board anyway. Okay, so the most populated area is walk. They score again. All right, that's okay. I can deal with that. So we have all these die. And now I'm going to be able to roll 2 power die on my behalf. All right, let's go ahead and let's roll the blocker and the pitcher die. See what we got. Home run is going to be blocked again. And again, I got a stolen base. I just got to get someone on the board. Okay, and it's, I should say it's the next round. Okay, triple goes there. Nice. And remember, that's only available to me. Home run again, 3 home runs. A lot of stolen bases. A lot of stolen base action. A walk and another stolen base. Okay, well, I got to get people on the board. So I have 3 home runs. 1, 2, 3. Again, home runs really make me bypass the home run with a double. 2 walks would give me 2 walks. Get 2 people on the board. Stolen base would move somebody to third. That might work. Stolen base, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I'd have 3 stolen bases, but I have no one on board. So does it even matter? Not a lot of great options here. So I'm going to go ahead with walks. So 2 walks taken off the board is going to give me a C, moves me up to the clutch play. And then the second one is going to give me a double walk. So I have 2 people here. Okay, I'm down. Okay, now I have to apply. The home run will give me another clutch, and that'll fill up the bases, and then I do have stolen, so it would drive in 1. And I would go with a triple, maybe, the stolen base. You know what I'm going to do? Okay, so I am going to first fill out the home run. The home run goes here. That fills out a C. That says single when it comes down to clutch. Bases are loaded. Second die I'm going to use is the stolen base. I'm going to go there. Boom. Stolen base. Drove somebody home. Game is tied. Defensive pitcher die says stolen base. Somebody else steals a base. Another run. I'm in the lead. Okay. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll these die. And really I just need something to say stolen base. And there's no options. They're not going to score. And it doesn't say it at all. It says single and double. Yeah. All right. Well, it was short but sweet. Okay, I was in the lead at 3, but they just scored 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 6. So 3 to 6. All right. Well, you know, what can you do? That's how the cookie crumbles. Moving on to the next round here. Okay, we're going to roll again. I do still have that person on 3, though. We are going to roll the defensive die and the pitcher die. Double play. And there will be a blocker on the walks. These were the die I removed. And I do have 2 power die. Oh my goodness. They all say walk. That is really funny. 4 walks. 4 walks. What does that get me? 1, 2, 3, 4. It gets me another power die for defensive, which is kind of cool. Gives me a walk. Get somebody on board. 4 stolen bases. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gives me a single. Gives me a clutch. I have a question mark. You know what? I'm totally going to do this. I'm going to take my 4 stolen bases. Check this out. 4 stolen bases. Stolen base number 1 is going to give me a clutch play. Stolen base number 2 is going to give me a double. And the reason I say that is it says question mark. So I'm going to fill that out right there. Gives me a double. I use that to ricochet up here and give me a double. So this person comes up here, gets a double, drives that person home. Up to 4. 4th one here is not my last die. Wait, did I fill that out right? It goes here. Oh, I don't get to use it. And then my 4th one says single. Single goes up here and it fills it out and gives me a double. So I get a double, drives 1 more person in. Up to 5. Okay, now I get to choose what I want here. I'm definitely going to choose one of my 2 die is going to be a walk. Walk is going to go here, and that's nothing. But don't worry, the second die I'm going to use is a home run. And the home run has a star, so that's 2 home runs. So this person comes up, hits a home run, drives these 2 people home. Boom, boom. And then the second home run goes and drives this person home. I'm up to 8. Back in the lead. That's what I like to see. Okay, so I remove my power die, and we still have those there. Double play would remove somebody, but there's no one to remove. I'm going to roll these. Please say home run. Home run. Yes. So home run is removed. And this is blocked. The opponent gets nothing. I stay in the lead. Dig it. Okay, those are all my die. Moving on. 5th round, it looks like. Okay, so let's do this again. Pitcher die and the defensive die. We're going to roll those, see what's up. Okay, so double play is not going to have anything. Lead runner is going to go away. I love the tension. Am I going to win? Let's roll these. Okay, 2 doubles. 2 walks. A lot of walks in this game. Home run. Triple. Stolen base. Another triple. I do want to keep my lead. So this is pretty wide open. I might want to get rid of this. Just to mitigate my chances there. But something else might actually behoove me. You know what? I'm in the lead. I want to play it safe. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take these 4 walks here. And I'm going to take those off the board. Here, 1 gives me another power die. 2 is going to give me a home run. 3 is a walk, and that says walk, so that actually puts someone on the board. And then the next walk gives me a clutch, gets me close to a triple. That person is on the board. That's fine. Now, can I get this person home somehow? If I take a double says triple, and that fills out a triple, but there's nothing there. Stolen base doesn't do anything for me. Home run says W. W gives me a question mark. Question mark would give me 2 singles. That would leave people on the board. Maybe I want to do that. So first one I'm going to do is I'm going to take, but that has to be my last die. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I will take my double. My double fills out here. It says triple. I go to triple. I fill that out. That's fine. And then I'm going to use my home run. Home run fills this out. It says W. W comes down here. W fills out a question mark. And I'm going to use my question mark as that last die to fill out a starred single for 2. And that puts 2 people on the board. 1, 2, 3. And the pitcher says lead runner goes away. That's okay. I still have 2 on the board. I'm feeling happy about that. Now, I remove the die. And it does say that I use any unlocked power die I have. So I'm going to roll my 3 power die. Now, the great thing is they can only get 1. Hopefully they'll say T. Nothing says T. Nothing says stolen base. Oh, it does say stolen base. That comes off the board. Okay, so the most populated one is a T. Triple. They get 1. That's okay. I can deal with that. Still in the lead going into the last round. Dig it. All right, here we go. We got it. We got to make it rain here. Okay, keep those right there. 2 people on base. Feeling good. We're going to roll our blocker and our pitcher die. Again, it says leader runner goes away, but it's going to be the home runs that are blocked. I have 3 power dice, and I have these remaining. Let's roll these. Okay. Stolen base. Single. 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 Double. Walk. Double. I got a lot of doubles. Okay, so unfortunately, I'm at 8. Hits Fits is at 7. It's only a 1-point game. Ooh, if I get the double. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really doesn't do much. It gives me 1 triple. 1 triple would drive in 2 runs. Because on those 4, it'd be nothing and then a clutch. The clutch would give me a triple. I would bypass and lose that double and then nothing again. But at least I'd get that triple. 3 singles would give me nothing. It would give me a single, loaded bases, and a power die. The 1 triple alone would give me the clutch, but I think it's better to get more die off the board. Stolen base would give me let me reach up to another stolen base. A walk would give me 1 walk. So I'm definitely going to go for, I might just go ahead and get my big groups off the board here. So I think I'm going to take this off the board because that's the biggest group of die. I'm going to go with the doubles. Okay, so the first double is going to go nowhere. Oh, that's the wrong category. 1, 2, 3, 4. Single. Yeah, I want to get this off the board. So that goes there. Nothing. Second one says clutch. Clutch goes there, gives me a triple. Triple goes there and drives in 2 more runs. That was my second one. Run and run. Third one, unfortunately, in the double category is going to be rendered useless. Next one is a double and it goes right there. Now I get to use 2 of these die. I am going to go ahead with single because single is going to drive something in. So I'm going to choose single. Single goes here. Single, oh no, that single is there because that was a screwed up mark. Ooh, so that really doesn't do as much for me as I wanted. I don't really have a free play. I wish I had a home run die I could use, but I don't. I could get a walk, get somebody on board. All right, so I'm going to go ahead with walk, because that goes there. Put some on the board because it's a walk. And then I have to choose something else. So I want that triple. It doesn't really do anything at this point. That single fills out this, but that's really nothing at this point. And my stolen base doesn't really do anything. So I already marked it. I'm just going to mark that off as the single, and I did that. Lead runner is lost. Okay, so I feel like I'm going to win this because I'm already 3 ahead, and the most die they can get is 2. So I'm feeling pretty good. Okay, so now at this point, you remove your power die, you roll your power die, try to remove sections. I remove the home runs, if there were any, the doubles, if there were any, triple, which is just 1 die, meaning that hits Fitz in the last inning gets 2 runs, boom, and the final score of the game is the Reds 10, hits Fitz 9. Ah, that was nice and close. I always wonder what decisions I could have made. Well, anyway, that is how the solo version goes. That is Mike Fitzgerald's Baseball Highlights the Dice game. A lot of fun. If you have questions about rules, let me know. I'm happy to help. And until next time, friends, be well. Bye.